you're someone who has an offline business that you're looking to transition online and package up your expertise that is already growing your offline business into something that you can sell online, then you are in the right place. Because in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what you need to do to make that transition from an offline business to an online business. Now, this question was prompted by one of our viewers, Laura, and she says, I provide coaching services to a few face-to-face clients, and I want an online coaching business that provides packages and eventually group coaching with a decent income. I haven't got a clue about internet, marketing, social media, or how to write copy that kills. Basically, the whole idea just terrifies me. I don't know where to start. I'm not sure what to offer, and even when I get that figured out, how to market and sell it. And I have no idea how much to charge for either. I need guidance and a plan. Now, if you can relate to Laura's question, stay tuned, because in this video I'm going to walk you through how you make this journey. How do you make the transition from here, a business where you already have some clients, you've got some income coming in, but you've got a vision for something more. You perhaps love the idea of being able to work with clients online, because then it's going to enable you to be location independent. You can operate from anywhere in the world, like I did for 7 weeks this summer when I was in Greece. Perhaps you just like the idea of being able to reach more people through that online business because you're no longer limited by geography and you can reach a bigger audience and have more impact and ultimately then make more money. If you have this vision, I want you to know that I was once exactly in your shoes. This was the situation I was in 20 years ago when I had a successful offline business where I was doing corporate training and delivering sales training to corporate clients. And I knew that I wanted to have more impact. I knew that I wanted to have more freedom in when I worked and where I worked. And I was really drawn to the idea of packaging and selling that information online. And since then, I've actually grown that business to a multi-million-dollar online enterprise. And not just that, I've helped many people make this transition too and guided them to $1 million and beyond in their businesses also. Today, I'm not going to be talking to you so much about technical things. I'm not going to be talking to you about website hosting or things like that. I want to talk to you more about how to think to make this journey. Because the fact is, even though I can show you step by step the things that I did, for every single person watching this video, your journey will be unique to you. So the first thing you need to know is that there is a plan for you from where you are right now to where you want to get to. There is a saying that God doesn't give us the dreams without the ability to get there. Part of this might be, yes, following the footsteps of others, but also part of it is going to be unique to you because you are in a unique starting point with your current skills, experience, everything you've done up until this point. Now, a lot of people when they're starting out start by saying, well, I wish I was starting somewhere different. I wish I'd started 5 years ago, or I wish I had more technical know-how, a bit like Laura's saying, or I wish that I was in a different niche, or I wish I was working with different clients. But the first thing that I want to say to you is the path to where you want to get to starts from exactly where you are. And so the first thing that I want you to do is to acknowledge what you've already got. So in Laura's question, Laura's sharing that she's already got paying clients. So let's not diminish the significance of that. There was a time, Laura, when you didn't know how to get clients. You didn't know who you're going to sell to. You didn't know how to create offers, but you figured all of that out. You figured it out, and that's why you've now got to the stage of business that you have. And so even though there are steps ahead of you that might be unknown right now, you will figure that out also. But the first thing I want you to do is start by really recognizing just what you've accomplished to get where you are. So the first thing I would have you do is write down everything that you've done to get to this point, because there are skills that you've developed. There's mindsets that you brought. There are things that you've created and that you've done that you might not be giving enough weight to right now. And so that's the first thing, is to acknowledge exactly where you are. So I want you to start by looking at what's already working. What have you done to get your business to this point? What's working in your business right now? And also, what assets have you created? Because there may be things that you've created in this current business that will really serve you in your next business. Even if that's customer relationships or current clients, these are all things that are going to help you moving forward. And even if you don't think you'll be serving those clients in your new business, those relationships could create other things for you, other opportunities, referrals, connections, etc. So start by really looking at where you are and acknowledging everything that's in your current starting point. Now, the next thing I'm going to encourage you to do is to actually really streamline and clean up what you've already got. So really start with your current business. And the reason I'm recommending this is often people come to me when they're looking to make a transition like this. And what's fueling that transition or the desire for that transition is a lot of what they don't want. So there's things in their current business that they want to move away from. Maybe it's that they're clients are too demanding, or that they're working long hours, or that they want to charge more but they're not able to charge more. They can't get clients to pay more, or they've been finding it difficult to raise their fees. Whatever it is in your current business, you want to make sure you clean that before you start something new. And the reason for this is wherever you go in business, in the world, in life, your brain comes with you. And so if you are taking with you the brain that created your current business to create your new one, you're going to end up with a business that looks very much like your existing one. Take this from me. I started my first online business because what I really wanted was freedom. I wanted to have more free time. But before too long, my online business became successful. But what was my biggest challenge? Time. And it was a challenge for me because I hadn't already cleared it up before I started my new business. So I really want to encourage you to really look at cleaning up what's happening in your existing business. Now, this might be a time thing. So often when people are working face-to-face with clients or they're working with clients, that can feel like there's a lot of time being taken up. And so one simple step that I have my clients do is to streamline all of that. So batch all of their client delivery into certain periods of time. So they're not available 24/7 to their clients, but they're serving their clients at this specific time. And what that does is it frees up time in their calendar. It also frees up energy, it frees up mental bandwidth, and this is what you're going to have to free up in order for you to have the energy to create the new business. Now, if your current business is a one-person business, or maybe a business that you run with one assistant, you might not think that you need to have systems and procedures. That might seem like overkill, but take it from me, this is absolutely going to free you in a way that you never dreamed possible. Because once you start putting systems in your current business, it is incredible how, again, that frees up your time. I like to think that the word system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. And this is really good practice for when you have an online business. If you're envisaging an online business where you're going to be serving people around the world and you've got a business that's making big impact, you're not going to do that as a lone ranger. You are going to need team. And so starting to put those systems in place where you start to document different procedures or processes in your business and you start to get them out of your head and onto paper, that's really going to serve you in any business that you create in the future. So take the time to streamline what you've already got. And what this can basically do means that you are going to optimize what's already running. You don't need to sort of just blow it up and go in a completely different direction. It might be there's something you keep running in the background in a small way that actually fuels and funds the new thing that you're creating. But you want to make sure that you're cleaning up first. So the sorts of areas that I would have you look at would be your time. Where's your time going? And starting to systematize that. Look at things that are happening. Are the things that happen in your business over and over, and it always relies on you to get it? But they're repetitive things that actually could be automated or could be handed to another person. Can you clean that up? You also want to look at your thinking. So you want to look at, what are your beliefs about your current business, about clients, about making money? Because again, those are all things that you're going to be facing in any business that you create, offline or online or whatever. So it's really important that you're taking the time to streamline what you've already got. Now, this is important because any areas of chaos or friction or resistance in your current business are only going to multiply as you move forward and grow. You'll never allow yourself to take on more than you can handle. So incompletions, bottlenecks, recurring challenges in your current setup will get repeated again in any new business unless you've cleaned them up first. So block out your client intake time, block out your delivery time. What this does is it lays the foundation for the business you're growing into, and it gets you acting like the person you're becoming. Now, step 3 is it's time to look at the numbers. This is where you're actually going to look at what's currently going on in your business to help you figure out a plan to get from where you are to where you want to be. So I want you to look at your current situation and ask yourself, what do you think is going to change with this online business that you're attracted to? What is it specifically that is calling you to that? Is it that you think you'll have less delivery time? Is it that you think you'll be able to make more money? Is it that you are going to be able to reach more people, so there's a bigger potential audience to sell to? Is it that you believe it's going to be easier to convert people if you've got automated systems like webinars or online marketing rather than having to close every sale step by step? So what is it that you want to have to get from where you are to where you want to be? And once you get clear on that, that's when you can start to dive into, okay, well, what might my offer be? What might my price point be? Now, I'll create further videos on this because for the purpose of this video, I just want to give you the overview. And I'm aware that as we dive into this, there's a lot more that I could say on this subject. But you need to remember that in any business you're creating, you will make money because you're creating value. They're paying you money because they perceive that they're going to get a greater value back. The value equation has to be at the heart of any business you create. You want to make sure that you're delivering value for clients clients, that you're providing something that people want, that they've proved that they're willing to pay for, and that you can then provide to them in a way that is profitable for you. This is something that we actually do a deep dive on in my program, Get Clients, Make Money. And I will do another video on more of the processes on how you figure this out. But it's basically, don't think that you have to figure this all out in your office, at your desk, or at your kitchen table before you take the first step. Sometimes, in order to get answers to these questions, you need to get out there and start talking to potential customers and understanding their needs and getting input from other people on what can create that offer. So I'll add links to below on other resources where we can support you with that. Once you then have an idea of what you want to offer, that's when you need to get out there. You need to create that offer. You need to go and validate it. How do you validate it? Someone pays you for it. Someone says yes and says, I would buy this. The one caveat is that that person can't be your mum or your cat. You have to prove that there is a market for what you want to sell. And what I do with my clients is, rather than go and build out an entire infrastructure, rather than go and build a whole website or build a whole delivery platform, I actually encourage people to start small. Start by getting the first one or two clients. Let those clients be the clients that guide you into the evolution of your process. So maybe you have a process for working with clients. You're going to create a process for enrolling clients. These are all processes that are going to be the heart of that successful online business that you're creating. And you can do that one client at a time. A lot of people get overwhelmed because they think they have to figure all of this out and build this out before you can make your first sale. And what I want to say to you here is, no, you can do this as you get paid. You can earn as you learn. You can build your business one brick at a time, one step at a time is how you can build your online business. You don't have to have it all figured out from where you are day one. So if you focus on one paying client at a time, that's actually going to be how you get your online business going. And that's how you make the transition from where you are to that online business you've been dreaming of. So Laura, I hope that this has helped you. I'd love to hear your comments below. I hope that this has answered your question, and to anyone else who could relate to this question of like, well, I've got some business offline, but I really have this vision for this online business and I just don't know where to start. I hope that this video has given you some pointers. I'll add links to further resources below. And if you would like more like this, I encourage you to come on over and join me in my Facebook group. I'll add a link to that also, because every Thursday I do a special training in there. And if this has resonated with you, do leave a comment below, and also further questions. This video today came from a question from a client, and I want to be here to serve you and help you get answers to what your next steps are and how to move forward. So that's it from me. Remember that comment below, and I'll see you next time.